typical contest online. Our next contestant will be RoseMary Mazur. RoseMary, can you hear and see us?
Yes, I can.
We've confirmed that. Our next presenter, RoseMary Mazur, Sticks and Stones. Sticks and Stones, RoseMary Mazur.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Toastmasters and guests, I would love to meet the person that wrote that. Words are so hurtful. Words can be helpful and they can be hurtful. They can build someone up and just as easily tear someone down. We've all been hurt by words. Look at our world today. We're in a pandemic of people talking to each other the way we never thought people would talk to each other. Adults calling adults names. On TV, so easy to put something nasty about someone and hurtful on social media to cover so many people reading it. And we wonder why children are bullying children. We wonder why there's so much anxiety, addiction, and suicides in our world, mostly because of hurtful words. And many times they come from people we love and trust. My parents were perfectionists, and my whole life I had to look perfect, speak perfectly, and do everything perfectly. And if I didn't, from a young child at 2, these were the words I heard. You will never amount to anything. Nothing you do is right. And no one will ever want you. Those words pierced my heart and entered my mind, and I kept them for so many years. I would get excited about a new project. I love to write. I love clowning. I love making jewelry and crafts. And if someone didn't recognize it, or they said something hurtful, that was it. I heard those words. You're no good. You're never going to amount to anything. And I would stop and sometimes spiral into a depression because those words hurt. But I realized I kept them. I was enslaved to those words myself. How many times have you had hurtful words said to you? And sometimes they're from a young age, but we're now older. We still have those words going round and round in our head. Do we forget about the kind words that people say to us? The kind words that should be replacing those hurtful words. I would like you all right now to take one moment to close your eyes and think about some kind words that were said to you this week. Thank you. I saw smiles on some faces. I saw shoulders relax. Kind words just overpower those hurtful words. I guarantee that when you were thinking of those kind words, those hurtful words were gone. You know, I know we've all heard that saying, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. If we could remember those words before we spoke, wow, what a great world we would live in. Well, I decided that I was going to take advice that I had given some friends of taking those kind words and putting them on Post-it notes and putting them around the house and making those their affirmations when those hurtful words came in to look at those kind words of what people said. So I put, "You are beautiful," on my bathroom mirror. My husband came into the bathroom and he said, "You are beautiful." I said, "Babe, I haven't even put my makeup on yet." He said, "Oh, I'm not talking to you. You are beautiful." He does say it to me also, probably not as many times as he does to himself, but that's okay. But those kind words are the key to unlocking those chains. It's easy for us also to say words that are hurtful to others out of anger, out of, if you say something to hurt me, I'm going to say something to hurt you. That doesn't get you anywhere. Another one I put up was, "You are kind." I hear that quite often. And I like that one because I always try to be kind. I also realize now that that man was probably right. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Bones will heal. And honestly, it's our decision whether we will stay shackled to those hurtful words or will take the key of the kind words and unlock and free ourselves. Surround yourself with people who are kind. I would like to challenge you all this week to say kind words to 3 people every day. And if that works, try it a little longer. Hopefully it'll become a habit and we'll all start talking kinder to everyone. I want you to remember that hurtful words hurt, but kind words are powerful. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Rosemary. At this point, we're going to have a little facilitated evaluation. You will have a pathways evaluation written by Eve. She'll get that directly to you. But a facilitated evaluation round robin facilitated by, facilitation is the word of the day, by the way, if you didn't get Sputniks in there. Melanie, I had to look over here on my, oh, Melanie, go right ahead and we'll kind of keep this recorded. So Rosemary has your thoughts. Go up for about 5 minutes. Melanie.
Thank you, Mr. MC. So for the facilitation, we each have 30 seconds to give feedback on the points that Rosemary asked us for. I've picked already a selection of 6 people. So our first 6, oh, and Tom, can you do your buzzer? So if you go over 30 seconds, you will hear this buzzer and you need to stop talking and the next person will speak. So Tom, can you share the sound? Thanks, Tom. So thanks again, Tom. So our first 3 people to give round robin feedback will be Stephanie, Rajiv, and then Susan. Stephanie, Rajiv, and Susan, please give feedback to Rosemary.
Rosemary, this speech gets better and better. I have a suggestion that might even take it a wee bit higher, perhaps. You start off saying words are hurtful. Then you go on to say words can hurt or words can help. But you've already declared they're hurtful. Perhaps maybe say something like words are more important than we sometimes realize. Then state the hurtful and the helpful. My suggestion. I'm done.
My suggestion to Rosemary, first of all, wonderful speech and a lot to learn from. My suggestion, recommendation here is, when you started, you mentioned words are this, they can be this. I would love to see example to say, maybe a statement, somebody said something like this, and then you say words are hurtful, or another that kind of thing. I think that will be very engaging and it will connect straight away. Thank you.
On to Susan.
Rosemary, Powerful message, well organized, great structure, and I loved the pace at which you spoke. It allowed clarity, it allowed us to have impact and have the words you were saying resonate. I know you had the handcuffs as a prop to do that, but I found myself that through the middle portion of it, while they were still there, I was getting distracted by it. I kept wondering, when's she going to take those off? When are they coming off? Maybe a shorter time frame or a quicker time to release yourself somehow. Can you unshackle yourself? Because I found personally just wanting to wait till you could get them off. Great speech. I really wish you best of luck.
Thanks for our first three. And our next three, I'm going to invite Neil, Lou, and Peter if you'd like to share your evaluation. And guests can decline for the first time. But Neil, take it away.
Sure. RoseMary, I thought you had very comfortable presence, great hand gestures. Probably the one recommendation I would have for a contest is I felt your eyes were looking more to the side. And I was wondering if you were, you had your speech there, but you absolutely, knew your content. But I would say look at the camera more so to make that connection with the audience.
Hi, Rosemary, great speech. My suggestion would be to start with a story. Someone maybe knocking your jewelry that you sell and you're reacting, then you look at the audience and say, have you ever been hurt by words? And then dive back into the story of where you started. Just a suggestion, a suspended story will take us into that hurt of those words. Maybe they say something like, this jewelry is awful, and respond, and then ask us, because you don't really invite us into, I think it was about the 3-minute mark. Get us in early with an overlaying of our own being hurt by words, so we're with you emotionally. But well done, good luck.
Well, if I'd known that Tom was going to have us on 7-second delay with that beeper, we would have had a lot more fun. Nonetheless, RoseMary, I agree with I think what Susan was saying, that your cadence and your pacing and your delivery has come along quite nicely. I found it much more natural and quite sincere to listen to. I also agree with the other commenters suggesting that you take your message and weave it with your message being words can help as well, kind words. I think you should weave it through so you don't take your audience quite so far down in the middle. Otherwise, best of luck.
Thank you to all our round robin evaluators today, Stephanie, Rajiv, Susan, Neil, Lou, and Peter. Great feedback, and I didn't even have to give spondylics to any of them to give the feedback. Back to you, Mr. MC.